Isn't it about time you found a show that has the knowledge needed to blow up some real estate myths? You're listening to TNT Unfiltered. We're diving into everything real estate and financing related. We've got exciting guests from the real estate and mortgage world, sharing insights to help you succeed in today's market. If building wealth through real estate is your goal, you can't afford to miss an episode. You'll get help on entering the real estate market and making the right decisions when buying or selling your home. Friendly debates and advice to help you navigate the real estate world. Fire in the hole. 3. This is 2. TNT Unfiltered. 1. Now your hosts, Tyler Freed and Tim Lombardo.
Welcome to TNT Unfiltered,
the first initial podcast.
And we're here and we're doing it. We got Tim Lombardo, Cornerstone Home Lending.
Tyler Freed with Windermere Real Estate.
And our goal for this, why real estate? And to actually give you guys an idea of what it's going on day to day in the trenches of mortgages and real estate.
Yeah, the key thing for us is why real estate? Why do we do this? What's the purpose? I mean, we all work hard, we do all these things, but what's the purpose? We kind of want to go home and enjoy our family.
And we really want to touch on what we're actually seeing in the day-to-day and give you guys an idea and some tips that you can use to take away and succeed and build wealth through real estate. And that's what we've been pushing.
Yeah, for sure. So we always want to think there's two different people, right? There's those that are renting and there's those that are owning. And we want to distinguish between those two buckets. If you're currently renting, our goal is to help you get into the ownership bucket if it makes sense for you. There's certain times in life where it's not going to make sense. But for all the other times, it's definitely a good time to buy if you're currently renting.
And the market's changing. I mean, it's been an interesting year. I mean, we definitely can say that. So we want to make sure that you guys have the right decision and the right info to make a good decision and succeed when you're ready to make that jump. And we want to be part of it.
Yeah, that idea of having the proper information to make your decisions with is a big deal, because if I've got all the information but it doesn't apply to my scenario, then that information is not really good. And that's right. Some of the stuff we want to kind of dig into and find out, if this makes sense or not. And
information's power.
I always say the application of information is power, because I can have all the information in the world, but if I don't apply it, then what have I got? I'm going to be stuck, right? So it's the application, I think, that matters. And that's, again, part of why we're here.
And just a background, Tim, you had a background in custom home building, and you've been doing loans for forever?
Yeah, so I'm one of those guys that kind of got caught up in a recession in 2008, which we'll talk about that in a future podcast. I just love real estate. If I look at all of the net worth that I've made, the equity that I've made, I've had years where I've made a lot of money. I've had years where I haven't made very much money. But I look at my actual net worth, and it's always been derived from real estate. And that's true for about 80% of the millionaires out there. I think 80-90% of them are made through real estate. So, and that's where I look at my wealth, and it's all come from real estate.
And we talked about that kind of barrier to entry for some of the renters right now. And Tim, you always say, it's 42x, right?
42x, yeah.
The net worth of someone that's a homeowner versus someone that's continuing to rent.
Yeah, because once you get in that bucket, I think the last time we ran the numbers, it was a $500,000 purchase, 5% down. Yeah. Just simply make your payment for the next 15 years, give or take, and you'll be in the top 20% of wealth holders in the United States, which that's a pretty big deal. I mean, that's a win. Something. Yeah, that's for sure a win. And
everyone's trying to figure out what they do right now, right? The costs of everything are going up. We talked about the other day where the second most expensive thing is just fuel for people and their monthly income. So how can you guys invest your money and make the right decision to build that long-term wealth? So that's what we're trying to help out with here.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we always say is you got to pay to live, right? Can you find a scenario where we get to live free? That free can be good for a while, but you're still not gaining equity. So sometimes by renting, you're kind of going even further backwards than you would, of course, if you bought.
Right.
So
I like it. Yep. So that's just a sneak peek of the stuff we're going to be covering each week. And hopefully you guys stay tuned. Follow us on TNT Unfiltered on Instagram. And we're going to try and provide you guys good quality information and have fun while we're doing it.
Yeah, have fun. We plan to give you good, solid information distilled down to the quickest sound bites you can get that matter and can impact you.
Well, thanks for tuning in. Once again, I'm Tyler Freed with Windermere.
Tim Lombardo, Cornerstone Home Lending. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you on future episodes.
You've been listening to TNT Unfiltered. Your host, Tyler Freed, is your Windermere Real Estate Specialist, and Tim Lombardo is your go-to loan officer from Cornerstone Home Lending. With a combined 40 years of experience, they bring you the raw truths from the Pacific Northwest and beyond. The truth about everything real estate and financing related. We hope you've enjoyed the show, and we hope you've gotten something from it. Make sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe. Find Tyler on social media at Tyler Freed RE and Tim at Team Lombardo Loans. See you next time on TNT Unfiltered.